It says we're live. I don't know. Yep, we're live. We are live today at 88 Vape and Mesa talking about THC and CBD, but we have a special dedication today since it's Valentine's Day.
Oh, yes. Well, make a dedication out to you, Robert, to RJ. Hey, it's been a year since your passing, and you were a poet and the lover of women, adored by men. Hey, you know, the real Cupid out there. Yeah.
Well, now that we all want to start crying, we can start the show.
Yeah. What on a better note, let's talk about...
No, that's a great note. I thought that was very heartfult.
Yeah, it is.
What's his name, Travis?
No, he's Justin.
Justin?
He could be a Travis. That's his
Justin?
name.
Justin, we're sorry, man. Our road crew, Jordan, could not be here today. He's being a shot girl or something.
I believe he's holding one of those giant umbrellas for the lights and a porn shoot.
No, he's actually working as a shot girl today.
Oh, as a shot girl?
Yes, Cassandra had to hire him. I don't know how he's going to fit in that little outfit with that little tied top, but
They do the alcohol distribution.
yes, they do. So, Jordan, we missed you today, but
Yeah, we don't have a roadie.
we don't have a roadie today.
Our mic guy is down.
But Tito will be in here any second. But no, today we're going to talk a little bit about CBD and THC. And since it's Valentine's Day, if you want to send us questions. Rob Templeton, he's here on the way to Big Show. I hope this is on the right.
Do you guys usually play some music?
I was playing music. You told me to turn it off.
Yeah, no.
I was like, for some reason, I feel like just some very, very low, like Bob Marley or something in the background.
Bob?
Or anything, you know, like any of the white boy reggae groups are so good these days.
What's very, very interesting is that I'm a mess, man. I know because I put the wrong Facebook page on the link.
Okay.
So someone just said, "Hi, Rick," on here, but it's for my other show, my other business. So they came on there, "Hi, Rick," and I'm like,
Long
"Ooh,
Dong Rick.
I don't want to have this showing on my Rick Wood Intuitive Life Coach," and
Right,
it was.
yeah.
So we were live on there. So
Well,
good grief.
That's good.
Oh my God.
So what we need to do is just switch. We need to switch over.
No, we're still on YouTube and we are still on Facebook. So please, yeah, Mary Jo is here. Thank you. Hi, Mary Jo. Rob, I didn't mean to cut you off. That was just the wrong page. Cannabis Team USA, you can click on there and come on.
Yeah.
But like I said, we missed Jordan today. Jordan's been like our steadfast for the last couple of shows.
Yep.
And
he's a road dog.
he's a road dog. And but Valentine's Day, we'd like to say hi to all our sweethearts out there. And they're probably going, "What do you mean, all our sweethearts? How many you got?"
Yeah. How many do you have?
I'm
I'm a sweetheart to everyone.
Butters is my sweetheart, my dog. No.
Yeah.
For Pookie.
Dogs. That's a whole other show. We should do a
That's
whole
right.
show just about animals,
Animals.
and CBDs, and their anxiety. But
Yes.
today's about love, and not only love, the love of 50% off glass at
Oh.
88 Smoke and Vape.
I heard bass. Tito.
It's Tito. Bass is coming.
Oh,
Tito's
we
on the
hear
way.
it, we hear it.
Wait, so what's the thing on the glass today?
We got Mavs, we got K Herrings, we got Gilly Glass Zones, and we got Coons Bread.
All four.
You can see them.
Half off
right,
today, 50% off today on
Everything's
glass.
reversed right there. No, this hand. Oh, this-
You know what's really sad is you're looking at the both of us, and literally
We're in two different places. At
we
the
are
same place
we are
at
in the
same time.
same on the same table,
I'm not in your screen yet. Oh, there. I am.
but it looks like we're sitting in two different rooms.
How's that strange? That's
So-
weird. The camera.
So no, there's really great stuff here. And here's something here, and this is a question because I've been on Instagram and people argue, and CBD is a wonderful thing and it does wonderful stuff. But I've always looked at CBD as a anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
So this is actually an oil that uses, I guess, is a CBG base,
Okay. Mother cannabinoid. It says CBG.
and
White sour space candy CBD, vitamin E, and natural preservatives.
so that would be more of a female type of enhancer, wouldn't you think?
Yes, that one.
Well,
is
it says
targeted.
chronic climax 60 milligrams. I've never got my climax into milligrams. Sorry, milliliters. Milliliters. But if I could, 60 seems good because that's like out of 100 maybe. So she's gonna chronic climax to 60 milliliters. That's a shower.
Actually,
we might have to burn the bed sheets if she's going to 60
Okay.
milliliters.
So
Rick's like,
I
this looks interesting.
that is interesting, but I'm still trying to figure out how that is an enhancement.
I will put it this way: everyone who I know who isn't an everyday smoker who's already figured this out before middle adolescence to early adulthood is if you don't take part in any type of cannabis, and you do, especially with the THC side of things, is you will feel stimulated.
But
Girls
this
and
is,
boys, you know?
gosh darn it, fella. We're talking about this. This ain't THC.
You know, I know. So I don't know what CBG is great for anti-geogenetic, right? It's going to go in and help destroy the cells that aren't supposed to be there. CBD right here is a natural stimulant. Right? It's a natural stimulant. So you're going to increase blood circulation. You're going to decrease inflammation. So I would say not taking it maybe as a topical thing. As personally, I would say if you smoke, you're going to feel more horny.
Okay, so yes, THC would work as a stimulant. It enhances sex.
And even as an edible.
And this, I don't know. I'm still up in the air about this because CBD is still basically an anti-inflammatory, and you don't want to put something on your PP that is an
It's same
anti-inflammatory.
with women too. They need
Right,
to be
Travis?
endorsed,
No, it's
right?
not Travis. What's this boy's name?
His name's Justin.
Justin.
His porn name is Justin.
Your new porn name is Travis.
Travis now.
And
Travis.
It's your middle-aged street girl, I'll tell you.
Tito's like, hey man.
okay,
Well,
listen.
anything that tingles, I'm sure is going to enhance.
And
You know,
anybody,
whatever's going on
if
down
you
there.
come on here, please say hello to us. So we'll say hello back.
Everyone has had a. What are those,
Mary Jo was on
You
here.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Poor Rob was on the wrong channel, and I had to cut him off. Poor guy probably thinks we hate him now.
oh, wait.
Um,
Jeez. Did you send him the link to the right channel?
Yes, I did. Here's something else too. Very specifically, someone asked, how does THC, and CBD increase libido?
I don't know. I know that it does, but I don't know scientifically how. I know there's proof that it stimulates nerves. It stimulates nerves. And where do we have the highest concentration of nerves? In the tip of our nose, our lips, and our genitalia, right? I mean, that's where the highest number of these nerve endings
There's only
are
4,000 to 10
accumulated, right? So touch is amplified, smells are amplified, heat is amplified, right? So we know that, and we know that
Yes, sir.
THC and CBD work together. Our body has the receptors for them. Most of them are in our brain and in our gut. We also have some in our circulatory system, right? Where some of the major blood flow is going, right through
Mhm.
general, both males and females, to the major arteries. When they still do heart surgeries, a lot of times they're going through the groin vein, right?
Right.
Right. So we already know blood flow is amplified there for that reason. Men need blood flow to abstain, keep an erection. Women need blood flow so they can get the full climax, right, and get the full stimulation they are looking for.
Well,
And this is going to help it in some way, shape, or form. How it helps, some scientists probably already be able to explain it more eloquently than I can, but we know it works. Anyone who smoked knows that, yeah, it's horny going, right? I mean,
listen,
you smoke
man,
with
do we
girls,
go
I
into
don't
your
even want you to
garage
put
and
your
just
clothes
start talking when you're doing a show?
You don't do
So
shows.
hush up, Tito.
Those French fries look fucking bomb.
Really, he comes in with food and doesn't offer
Every
us
time.
this.
Tito's got the food.
To actually answer something that I might know about is on the anti-anxiety aspect of things. CBD does help some people with lovemaking because decreased anxiety makes for better lovemaking.
Yeah, right. Because your inhibitions are slightly lowered. You're not feeling so self-conscious, maybe.
And THC, since it has its own, listen, there have been
Euphoria.
enough studies on the euphoria that's created with that. And yes, plenty of studies that show that THC does enhance performance, circulation. I wouldn't know personally, but that's what I hear.
Yeah, your performance is already top notch.
From what you understand.
From what I've heard on the streets.
From what I hear at the makers of Pornhub, your lovemaking skills are incredible.
Now.
Let's see, go back to comments. See what we have.
Yeah.
And if you do have a question, please put it on there. Here's another one. Ooh. Can smoking too much THC dampen or dull your libido?
Only if you're sleeping. You know what I mean? If you fall asleep, that might dampen things. That might put a hindrance on the whole night.
There are some studies that show, all kidding aside, that chronic THC use, it depends.
I've heard differences in that study that it doesn't, for one, decrease semen production. Right?
Oh, I'm not talking about semen
I know,
production.
and it doesn't. From what I found, is it doesn't decrease the ability for you to create new sperm. It increases the amount of estrogen you have versus testosterone. So men only have estrogen and testosterone in their system at all given one point in time. Mostly it's more testosterone, right? We all know some guys have way too much estrogen, right? Like Will Ferrell's characters.
You have too much mayonnaise.
I do. You can get too close to me and you're fertile, you might become pregnant. No intercourse needed. But that
the study that I was talking about was not that. It was about too much, in some people, too much marijuana use can increase a depressive effect.
I think that comes from the estrogen.
I didn't see you
because the
wrong.
estrogen levels start to increase over prolonged heavy use of marijuana, and you become more sensitive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we all know that women are more sensitive creatures than men. They tend to be more caring, more giving, more loving, more nurturing, right? There's sensitivity to the world around them. And as those estrogen levels come up, what's going down? Testosterone production. So yeah, that's the correlation we're talking about. That is the adverse side effect, but there's other ways you can do things to increase your testosterone and not have it dampen the increased levels that you might be getting. And it's a case by case, genetic based, blood type based, hereditary based outcome, right? So not every person who's a heavy smoker starts to get super sensitive, but some of them are more sensitive and more open and more understanding or more in tune to other energies and feelings and emotions.
This is a good one. We got this. Are there specific strains that can improve sex drive in like marijuana plants?
If there are, I want to know which ones they are. Email us and text us, Instagram us, send us a picture. I want the seed so I can pheno it. Yeah.
I have heard that there are a couple of indicas that are very, very aphrodisiac in their black cherry punch. Black cherry punches. Travis, why don't you just point over here?
If it works on the circulatory system, increases blood flow, that's what you're looking for.
Okay.
If you're like trying to target things, you're trying to go that direction for smoking or taking an edible in the hopes that it's going to increase libido for both men and female, right? Because testosterone is your sex drive. Whether you're a female or a male, testosterone is the chemical we want to stimulate. And we want to release endorphins and serotonin, right? We want to release serotonin to the bloodstream, and that's all going to come from the brain. So things that stimulate the brain and stimulate blood flow in that form, I think those are going to be the key signature things.
I was going to tell you this too. the anxiety aspect, I think, is where, like, because everybody talks about anxiety all the time, and I know for me that THC actually helps in that department because it does on both sides. Here's a good question. This guy wants to know whether he should have an edible before lovemaking, or to use the flower, which is fastest, which goes in better.
Yeah.
Not that you would
Edible
know.
might, for me and for Christy. Sorry, Christy, but edible is great, and that will give you what you want to feel. But then it's like you want to go sleep immediately after. So it's kind of like a 40 minutes before bed, but then it's like it's a peak. You know what I mean? And then it's down. You're ready for bed, especially after you climax. You're ready for bed. You know what I mean? You're ready.
But I mean, like 20 minutes before, should it be flower? Should it be edible?
So I would say if it's probably going to be like a naked movie night, you know what I mean? Where we're just going to see how long this can last. I would say smoke first. If it's just we need to F and go to bed. Maybe.
Oh, you clearly have kids in your life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
we got 7 minutes.
We got 7 minutes. So that's like.
Don't tell mommy a secret.
Well, I hope it helped your question.
You'll learn about this in
that
therapy
was
later.
my line, bro. I go to my daughter and be like, me and mommy got to go talk, go tell secrets.
And this is a good question too. And hi to everybody who's watching us today, who on the various, if you're on the YouTube channel, hello. If you're here on my personal Facebook page, hello.
If you're within a 5-mile bubble of 88 smoking vape, you should be in here
Right.
in the store right now.
If you'd like to see Travis, Tito, and Chris, Travis, Tito, and Chris are here, and there's wonderful glassware in here, and I'm very nice glassware, and it's all 50% off. Couple that aren't, but I'm telling you, this is
the
the place.
couple that are never going to be off
So
price. You know, I mean, these are super exotic, high-end glass, but everything else in the shop, it's glass.
okay, Maestro, who got another question that just came in?
Oh shit.
Can CBD oil be used as lubricant in a pinch?
Can CBD oil be used?
That's a lot of oil.
In a pinch? Are we saying in a pinch? No, I'm just saying. I know what you're saying. In a quick, yeah. I would say coconut oil is probably a better alternative. CBD oil might be an expensive
one.
And you need a lot of oil really to do the right amount of lubrication that's probably necessary for some slip and slide action.
Right. So
I
oil.
would say add a little CBD oil to your coconut oil. That's your carrier, right? And then see if that works better, because that might just be like the bee's knees, as they say, right?
That was probably the weirdest expression I've heard. Like I've said before, like in a pinch, if I didn't have a CBD oil bath bomb, I would take some of the oil and just squeeze it into some of the salts and dump it in.
Absolutely. They say throw your empty jars of your oils into your Epsom salt and let it absorb that way. And then when you go to use your Epsom salt, it gets in the water and the oil's absorbed into the crystal.
And not because I think CBD oil bath bombs are not a cool thing. It's just that if you have the oil, you don't have to go get the salt and do all of that.
Baths are amazing, right? I will say, as a grown man who wears a cowboy hat on a daily basis, baths are fucking amazing. For what it does to your body, especially if you're an everyday smoker, you need to purge your system. And sweating it out is the only way. Saunas, like we used to go to sweat lodges, heavy smokers and shamans and these guys who smoked heavy amounts. We'd go to sweat lodges, we'd go into saunas, and we'd have to take hot baths to sweat it out because the toxic levels, right? It's not toxic per se, but your cup can only be so full.
Thank you.
You don't purge that system, you get stomach aches, you have vomiting in the morning, you have white foamy, substance in your stomach.
I want to get to that point because there's a condition, and I don't know the full name, but you and I have talked about it.
We both suffered from it.
That toxic level where if you stoner and you're taking in THC pretty much
eating
and smoking, you're trying the edibles, you're smoking, and then one day you got to go to the emergency room because you're getting sick and you don't know why. Those baths that you're talking about is a great way to leach that THC out of your system, basically.
And we want to tie it into Valentine's and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
What an ultimate, intimate way to get with your person you want to be with. Make a bath. Put the candles out. put some shit in the oil, take something, have a smoke, and sit in that bathtub together. Especially if it's a small bathtub, things are gonna get real close.
Right.
You're lucky
Because
enough
I'm
to
thinking
have a
of
big
our.
bathtub for
You
two.
probably have a big old bathtub
I
out
do,
in the mountains.
with headrests and jacuzzi
Oh, you
settings and all this on both sides, and it's candlelight and but you
And-
know what I mean. So
And so, yes, what we're talking about today is CBD, THC, and, it's Valentine's Day. So love and all of that stuff. We're talking about that today. And got Tito and Chris here from 88 Faith and Travis. And,
that's the day. Valentine's Day? No.
well, it's Valentine's Day
every
weekend.
day. If you're a lover like us, Valentine's Day is every day, right? My wife's like, "Oh, I don't need a special day for Valentine's Day. We love each other every day."
Amy walks around and goes, every day is Valentine's Day
Yeah.
with Ricky Wood.
Ricky Wood knows what to do.
I think everybody probably.
Always up to no good.
You know what? That's old. They used to do that to me in school. I have another question. More questions coming in. I don't think I can read that one. That's
What do you read
nasty.
it?
No,
No.
that's just nasty. That's
Just
nasty. That just
Whoever wrote
that's,
that. If
it's
he's
just
offended,
nasty.
I'm offended because he doesn't get offended easily.
This is probably as CBD oil bath body butters. Again, I agree with what he said, which is get some oil, like add it to like some existing butter or a base like that.
Lotions and butters are not meant to be sex creams.
Yes.
No matter what you do your research, check it out. There's actual things that are medically tested and proven that work for genitalia that won't create rashes, infections, burning sensations,
Right.
adverse problems, right? So if you're going to enhance something that's already pre-existing, we know coconut oil is a very, very natural,
Right.
well-known, well-used lubricant.
Almond oil too.
Almond
think.
oil, I haven't had experience with that. I don't know. But if you
I believe it's not butter.
if
No,
you
I'm
can
kidding.
add CBD to that, it might do something cool.
Yes.
Exotic. THC, same thing. If you're using it together as an all-in-one.
What we're
oil.
saying is it's awfully expensive to try to use the oil like,
It's like that. It's better to ingest it and then use a really good lubricant that already exists and it's very natural for the body, very acclimated to pH and everything. That's not going to be.
A gentleman here had prostate cancer work. How long he's using CBD now? How long, like a month, 2 months to start to see like a rise in libido or?
I would look into things that would naturally increase testosterone production
Along with it.
along with it and email you or us or some way and get in contact with us so we can give you a consultation and let's talk about RSO. Let's talk about killing those cells so they don't come back.
Right.
Let's talk about inflammation. If we can reduce the inflammation from that area that was already inflamed, we're going to get circulatory movement back. And all you have to do is think about it. And if you have the right circulation, it's a mental thing. It's a mental mechanism. A lot of ED problems, a lot of sexual problems for men is mental. It's a mental thing too. So there's times when you feel super confident and you're amazing and you're all this, you're going to perform probably at a higher, more efficient rate. If you're thinking, well, I don't know if I should do this, she's probably not going to like this. I don't know. Why are we even into this? Is it going to have that problem that I had before? Well, now you're presetting that thought pattern and that ability in your mind to not perform the way the body is. It's a mechanism. It's a machine. And if you're low on testosterone, there's things your doctor can do naturally and prescription-wise to increase your testosterone production, and you will see fat burning, muscle building, and your libido will be better.
Yes.
For women and men, in any of these sex pills, it's testosterone that they're increasing. That's our sex drug.
There is an herb, and I'm not kidding, because
Yeah.
those of you who know me back in the
HGW, right?
is you made me forget it. Horny goat weed.
Yeah.
Horny goat weed is an herb that actually helps with kidney stuff, reproductive stuff. But using that herb with THC is an amazing combination of an aphrodisiac.
Big time.
So anybody here's how you're going to know, because there'll be stores around here. Y'all have some horny goat weed. but actually the term is horny goat weed.
Oh,
And-
because the goats.
Mhm.
They'd eat it and they'd.
So,
Mr. Ed?
Yeah.
so
anybody
horny
knows about
goat
Mr.
weed
Ed,
and
email us.
THC do work well together. So to do that.
Very well.
Now we'll take one more thing.
You know, if you don't have an allergy to shellfish, everybody knows doing oysters, half shell. You know what I'm talking about?
I would rather not
There's-
be horny than suck down snot before I.
Oh
I'm
man,
sorry.
you put a little horseradish and some of that red wine vinaigrette with the little chopped.
I am
onions
from
in it.
out from Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
Wow.
You don't have to tell me
I
about
don't have
that.
to tell you about that.
Tabasco sauce and
Tabasco.
absolute.
Oh yeah.
They would put it in the
It's a
shell
liquor,
and
to
then
make a
every.
little liquor shot, right? No.
No, I
What about
just.
some crab? What
Oh,
about some
crabs
lobster?
are. Oh, I love crabs. But we're out here in
Legal
Arizona.
seafood. I know you've been to that
Where?
in Massachusetts. Legal seafood.
Oh,
The very, very first legal fish market in the United States.
So, thank you guys for showing up on our Valentine's Day thing today. All day today. Come to this, and all the 88 vape shops are having this sale today. Glendale, Tempe, Indian School.
They're not open yet.
Oh,
They will be.
My
soon.
phone died. No, we'll just put you back
You
in.
got an iPhone?
no, we're
Yeah,
good.
that's okay.
No, everybody's here. There's a sale all day today. So if you see this throughout the day, come out to any 88 vape. All the glassware is 50% off. You can come see Travis here in Mesa.
Ask for Justin. He'll find Travis for you.
If you ask for Justin, he'll find Travis. I'm sorry, ladies, that Jordan was not here with us today, but he himself had to be a shot girl,
Yeah.
and he couldn't
And
be here
He
today.
looks great in that halter top.
Yes, he does. Jordan looked good in that halter top.
Yeah, he's got
Also-
the belly for it, you know? I know.
Also, too, I think there's another Jordan who is like a niece to me. If she is watching in any way today, Jordan Nowaski, I love seeing your texts. I know you're at the golf thingy out in Scottsdale, but
Ooh,
love you.
ooh.
Wish we could get
Phoenix
together.
Open.
This girl I've known since she was a little kid. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for the questions you're sending us. It gets better each week, and we'll talk to you next time.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.